We are back, folks. Today is a special day because this is, would you believe, guys? I know it's completely beyond the realms of plausibility. That today is the 5th day in a row that I've been to Horse Guards. I was here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and now it's Tuesday, and I'm here again. Now, folks, I'm not going to tell anyone that it's been 5 days in a row. If all of you promise not to tell anyone, then hopefully I won't get banned. However, I seem to remember, curiously, that they have this interesting and somewhat arcane morning inspection on Tuesdays. Now, it's been a while, a very, very, very good while, since I was last here on a Tuesday. In fact, actually it's been ages since I was last here on a Tuesday, I do believe. So we'll see this morning how long this little inspection is going to last, when they'll reopen the gates, and more importantly, which two horses we've got in the meantime. Yes, we will. Barbie California Dream. Now, typically this Tuesday inspection is a very brief affair. 1 second, let's go along. Police vehicles parked right outside the gates this morning. Let's get to the other end, hold on. Now, in all likelihood, it should be, let me just look through. I mean, the troopers are lined up at the back. Got lots of police actually just in the yard at the moment. 6 or 7. Actually, look, that is a lot. And of course, everyone, tourists, etc., are wondering, why is it locked? Why is it closed? The officer's saying about 10 minutes. Now that to me is actually kind of curious because it's usually less. It's been ages since I've seen the Tuesday changeover. One can go close to the gates without getting in trouble, but you know what? I don't want to be the only one. So they're changing over the gatesman and the chitsman in the yard at this very moment, ladies and gents. The troopers are lined up, how to say, you know, they're ordinarily in two groups facing one another on the parade ground. Today is the opposite. Tuesday inspection, they line up at the end of the tunnel facing toward the Guards Memorial. If I zoom in, you'll be able to see, look, see that? It's been a long time actually since I've seen that. Actually, I don't even remember. I think it's last year the last time I actually saw them lined up at the parade ground, from the parade ground, Horse Guards parade side. So the usuals continue. In other words, gatesman, chitsman, etc. getting changed over. Everything is the same. No one here filming this morning because it's like quiet.
Very good. They're going to open up in a minute.
Yeah, they will. Let's hope they will anyway.
Are you good?
Yeah, you? Yeah. So folks, they're just finishing up, coming through. I was just thinking to myself for a second, why is the relief the lifeguards? Thinking how they went in and come out. I forgot it's not a guard change. The guard change was yesterday. This is simply the rather arcane morning inspection. I seem to believe, from discussions last year with the Corporal of Horse, that this Tuesday inspection is a relatively recent thing. In other words, it only started last year in its current format. Now, why did it start in its current format? I have no clue, folks. But there it is, that's what's happening. And the most interesting thing of all is that a lot of you were asking in the comments about a certain fellow. I'm wondering if he's okay. A certain fellow that's brilliant at policing tourists at the guard shop. There he is. Special privileges. He is in the yard despite it being locked down. How's about that? In the yard and allowed to watch. In fact, he's the only non-military currently serving and non-military defence police person inside the gates at the moment. Where he deserves to be, folks. Thing is, I don't even remember the the process for this morning inspection on Tuesdays. And then they line up, somebody goes out, something happens, they come back in again. It's all very curious. Perhaps one Tuesday, we'll go to the back people and try and get it. Oh, postman's arrived. It's not. His name is not Pat, guys. Don't get excited. He's allowed in. Look, another VIP. So I've just realised if you want to get a super good view of the morning inspection, join the post service, guys. Become a postman. Then you can just saunter in like a real VIP, like an OG VIP. Oh, I think someone's actually making a video of me. I wonder if somebody recognised me. It's fine, I'm not going to trouble her. I mean, everyone else gets filmed by me, so it's only fair that I get filmed by anyone else, realistically. Now this little beauty, yes you are, don't get all shy on us. Name-wise, tough one, people. 1 second, let me see if I can get it from the hoof. The good thing actually is that there's a very nice sized crowd here this morning, despite the fact that thus far the gates are closed. Right, 1 second. In fact, I think there's a very small chance of picking up the number. Okay. Right, so the troopers are coming back into the yard. 1 second. I want to stand a little bit of them They're riding back in. Let's just check that list. Pretty sure I've got the hoof number. Here they come. Very leisurely pace. All the horses behaving themselves. The horse we just saw on the left, the cutie over there, who's half asleep, is Winterfell. Yeah, Winterfell. Very interesting looking horse, guys, to be honest. Such a beauty and so small that I think Mr. Winterfell deserves to be, yes you do, deserves to be first on Instagram this morning. 1 second, let's get a good picture of him, people. He is a real beauty. Got it. So Winterfell, you'll be able to see him on Instagram. The thing is, if I try and post that now, it's going to auto-correct winter and fell into 2 separate words. I just know it will. It'll take me 2 minutes to... Actually, I'll post that when I finish. Okay, so the gates are open. We could be the first into the yard, but we're not going to be. Why? What's the point? We're more interested in what's happening at the front with the horses than what's happening in the yard. And there are a ton of people, guys. Like a real massive amount of people. Look at this. Coming from the tunnel. Obviously, it's built up. People have backed up, coming along from the palace. And now they're going to surge to the front. Good news for us, I guess. I mean, it's not bad news, is it? Let's see. Let's focus on what's going on at the front here with the horses. And also try and keep the camera elevated above all of these horse heads. See how busy it is, like they're all flooding past. I wonder actually which the other horse is. Should have I did the other one really fast as well. I seem to think though, from the blaze, we saw the other one yesterday. Bear in mind, guys, this is not a guard change morning here at Horse Guards. One thing I have noticed though is they've forgotten to put the chain back up. We know what that means, don't we? They won't forget for long because the trooper's out checking the temperature in the corner. Plus they've now put a gatesman and a chitsman at their posts. And this trooper, oh, he hasn't. I was thinking immediately this trooper's going to pop the chain up. But so far he hasn't. In fact, the chitsman today is a very experienced trooper as well. So if anyone does decide to head on in there, probably not the smartest idea, in all honesty. think they're probably glad actually they've been able to dismount and go back in already. It's not boiling hot this morning, but it's extremely sunny and bright. And with all that kit, it will be extremely hot. A lot of, hell of a lot of police in the yard today, in fact. More than on a typical regimental changeover day. I wonder why that is. 7 I counted already. And 2 more at the front. That's a lot. Okay, so I think we've got at this side one of yesterday's boxmen. For whatever reason, he hasn't made the cut to be in the boxers again. That's curious actually, and thank you to those of you that mentioned. I should have noticed that actually, more fool me. 2 things that demonstrate that this trooper is not new to the regiment. Okay, I did mention yesterday maybe he came up from Bulford, I didn't recognise him, or he could be new. My second statement, he could be new, was a falsehood. Why? Because if I'd been smart, like a lot of you guys, I would have realised that, 1, he has his coronation medal. You can see just on the left side of his chest. And 2, that scared the life out of Percy. Really made a jump. And 2, and more importantly, he has the spur patch on his right arm. What is the spur patch? Riding instructor. He's got a magnificent pace about him, this fellow.
Kingsguard!
Flipping hell, I was not expecting that. Goodness gracious me. That scared the life out of me, and almost everyone else that's here as well. Even the 5 police officers over there were holy goddamn... What's that? Gosh, folks, we've got the Usain Bolt of gatesmen. In fact, we're going to call him Gusain. In other words, gatesman Bolt. Usain Bolt. Bloody hell. His pace... He scared that lady twice. Flip-a-roo, guys. If there were a Gatesman of the Year award, this fellow's already won it. He scared you twice, Nick. Like when he shouted before you jumped. She doesn't speak English. He's looking at me like he's stupid or what? It's like, well, hello. Sorry if I can't speak your language. Yeah, that's the lady who put her hand on her heart. She was like, oh my God, trauma. Call the EMTs. That was actually really, really, really amazing to see. What a fellow. And what luck that we happened to catch him right in the yard. Now, I don't know this, people, but I'm going to surmise, based on what we saw yesterday, and of course, the lifeguards finest new gatesman in some time, that somebody, a bigwig at Hyde Park, I think, maybe, I don't know, Field Marshal von HCAV, came over and said to the troopers, listen, men, you've been a very proud bunch of fellows for nigh on 300 years. Are you going to let a sorry sack of peasants besmirch your reputation for being thoroughly tough? And the troopers all rose at once and they said, no, sir, we will not take any nonsense from these peasants. And that's what happened. Well, I mean, I'd like to think that's what happened, guys. That's maybe what we're going to hear in the history books. I'm not sure that actually happened, but wouldn't it be wonderful if it did happen? Somebody needs to give an inspirational speech about dealing with problematic tourists. And now the tourists are delighted. Look, like these are the King's Guards that shout at foolish people. Goodness gracious, folks. I'd actually like to come here just to make a documentary on the gatesman. Imagine what an interview that would be with a gatesman. I'm thinking they should introduce kind of a gatesman relay at the next Olympics. 4 gatesmen doing 100 meters each in those boots. He definitely would win. That's an amazing piece of Burberry carpet that she's shaped into a jumper. Isn't it? I mean, that really is lovely. So this is the horse that I can't touch. Solid numbers this morning, considering that
Vraiment, les parents, ils ont
other than that inspection, the Tuesday inspection, it's an absolutely normal day here. There's no other activity on the schedule in terms of troop movements. Well, I mean, the only movement we're going to see is to and from the stables. I was very keen though, especially with it being warm and relatively breezy and bright still. And we've got a couple of rainy days later this week, guys, so we might miss a day or two. I was very keen to see if what we saw yesterday would be repeated today. Why should you shake your hands? You can't be that scared, surely. Claustrophobia, perhaps. My Winterfell picture is a truly lovely one, actually, guys. Coming soon to an Instagram near you. He said the Instagram's going to hit 5,000 probably today or tomorrow, which is rather nice considering that the YouTube channel will be hitting 80k before the weekend. How's about that, ladies and gents? Next stop 100. And next stop after that 1 million. But that's going to happen in 2087, probably after I'm dead. This horse is very chill. So he doesn't have a penchant for LV bags. Fake or otherwise. The CCJ vehicle is back. That car spends a lot of time sitting outside here, which is funny because it was never here before. Every time I hear that bell go bing bong, we are going to watch the magnificent gatesman doing his rounds. I've never seen, guys, and we've had some remarkable troopers as gatesmen. I've never seen one who walks that fast in those boots. I wonder how he does it. Because one thing the troopers will tell you is that the most uncomfortable part of duty, ceremonial duty, is the boots. They're a pain in the whatevers to wear. Very rigid, very little padding, and extremely hard soles. Yet somehow they push through it.
What you doing with your mommy?
Cheese. Winterfell actually looks magnificent. Troopers having to really squint at this end though because it is very, very, very bright. The sun just decided to bask along Whitehall, keep the tourists nice and warm. Good to see a lot of people putting suntan lotion on themselves and their kids there as I was coming in. Might not seem like the sort of morning when you're going to get sunburned, but trust me, folks, it really is. There's the bell. Now he just came out, so I'm not entirely convinced he's going to come out again, but I've got a hunch that he will. That's why I'm going to zip through the gate really quickly, just in case he does. It would be a real pity actually if he did leave his post and the old trooper there, who's right in the way. Flip, the man is on a mission. If ever we decide to join the Ukrainian invasion of Russia, this trooper here is going to lead the charge. In fact, if he carries on like this, they're going to need to replace all of the stonework on the floor. He's going to wear through it. In fact, the last time that I actually moved that quickly, guys, is when I thought I was mistaken. When I thought I needed to run to, I just told her behind the bollards. When I need to run to Camelot's headquarters to check my lottery ticket. But that was nigh on 20 years ago. There's no stopping him. He's like a jetpack. really outstanding. Wow. The funny thing is, in fact, even after having done that, after having look, there's a lot of people that just stopped, excuse me, to watch him. That really was a sight to behold. I was a little bit entranced, actually, folks, hence me just standing there watching it. Glorious to see that. Somebody, either it was Field Marshal HCAV or someone else, definitely had a word this weekend. There's a whole new, what's the word I'm looking for? Momentum, that's the word. There is a whole new momentum among the troopers on the ground, which is amazing. Anyway, he's not obviously going to leave his post now, so it would appear he's pretty much assigned to leave and have a wander whenever he feels like it, which is good and bad. Good because if we haven't done the right place at the right time, we'll catch it. Bad because there appears to be, looking at the clock, 34 past, no rhyme and reason. Let's see if we can get out of the crowd around and back in near the front somewhere. Not easy, actually. It's really, really packed. I'm a little bit on the wall about which of the two horses would be more interesting, but I think for the moment we'll stick with Winterfell. We will see the two replacements after these two. Here we go.
No, it's just got a different set. Really?
You know what? She must be loving it.
Cheeky horse. Oh, somebody else just got screamed at in the yard. Here he comes again. He is absolutely fantastic, this trooper. Honestly, there's no stopping the fellow. Get myself out of the way. I really do. Look at this. If he keeps walking at that pace, that quickly, folks, he's going to knock the horse over. Well, well, well. I'm actually scared to stand within 100 yards of the fellow, just in case. There's not enough space to and option to move out of the way if he comes back quickly. Definitely up back from Bulford, folks, I'm pretty sure. There's a massive number of people next to me, so when he comes through in a second, it's going to be that's what I'm looking for. Interesting. Look, the troop on the horse, like, deal with these peasants now.
Wait for the kingsguard! Clear the way!
Clear the way. Whoa. He is outstanding. This is taking me back to last summer, people. The only thing I'm really, really surprised about at this moment is that he only has the one medal, because you know what? If I were his commanding officer, I'd give him a second one right now, just for that. That is how you deal with these clueless idiots that just stand here like zombies, not paying attention as the guard is doing his rounds. But you see how quickly they moved? And this guy just got shouted at as well for touching the horse behind me. We missed it, unfortunately. I'm not entirely sure what the command was. I think myself it was. It was a loud one, exceedingly so. Something or someone has definitely inspired the lifeguards. It being absolutely chock-a-packed here is probably ideal. Why? Because that means that they're getting as much training in dealing with massive crowds of idiots as possible. It's almost like a customized version of The Sims. Tourist, of course, being all The Sims. Right, let's plonk ourselves here for a little bit. See if we can ID this big fluffy-nosed horse. Very hairy-nosed nostrils this horse has got. I think it's I think this actually is not a horse. It's a hoose. Half moose, half horse. I think they borrowed this one from Canada. Very hoosish. Right, let's have a quick look. See if we can ID. So we've got Winterfell and And who, you may well ask? Let's try and find out, shall we, my dear fellows and fellow S's? It's looking like the number is very, very, very close to dear Winterfell. Ooh, nope, it's only a teeny bit. It's just a teeny bit off, guys. The number. I'm gonna. I need to be right in front to get it. Bingo, that's it. 1 second. Every time I touch my screen, though, it tries to cast it to a TV, even though there's not one anywhere near here. Oh, good lord, the who's been double stamped. It's effectively got. Honestly, folks, I have no clue. This one is a real mess. In fact, it's such a mess that I'm going to show it to you. I never do that, but you won't be able to read it anyway. Look at this. Look. That is what we've got. What the hell is that? It's like a bunch of 8s and 3s and 9s and 5s and all kinds of stuff. What an absolute mess that stamping is. It's almost like they've half stamped over the previous stamp. So it looks like we've got 4 numbers all jumbled up. I'll give it a go, folks, and say that I think it probably is. My guess would have been Victoria, who is a mare, because this horse doesn't look that familiar to me, but I'm not going to call it as being Victoria. I've got nowhere near enough certainty. There we go. Troopers on it again. Don't touch the horse. Brilliant. That was a British guest visit, a tourist. Oh, she's reading it out to her husband. Look, hear that? She just read it out. I hope the camera picked it up. Shame she's not over here. I talked to her because she was thinking it still said don't touch the reins, and I do think, in their defence, the majority of people still think the sign says that. As soon as when they read it and notice that it says horse now, and then of course see the pictogram, that boom, penny finally drops. Brilliant, eh? To see this. No one's touching the horses anymore, except the troopers, the farriers, and a few police here and there. I haven't seen anybody else get told yet not to touch, but then no one's actually tried to touch. Actually, wait, we'll also take a picture of this horse, guys, and list this horse as an unknown on Instagram. We've ID'd a few by doing that. I know some of you have got ways and means. 1 second. Got a super picture again, actually, of this horse as well. But that said, did we see this horse yesterday? I'm sure that we saw it yesterday, but I just do not recognise that number. And I'm sure it's not Victoria. I'll leave it for you people to figure it out. Let's see if I can pop that Winterfell picture up right now whilst we're waiting. Waiting and celebrating.
Yes, please.
Oh, she's scared. His girlfriend's scared. I'd be more scared of how bad that tattoo is on the left leg, to be honest.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, mate. It's good. We start.
Right, let's put Winterfell up first. We're still here, people. And the unknown later. That way the unknown picture will stay up longer. Processing, 1 second. Winterfell. democracy emoji. Done. Sorry guys, it's exceedingly difficult to crop, name and post a picture with just one hand. But anyway, that's done. And by the time this video is up, hopefully this afternoon, we'll also have unnamed horsey in front of us. She's got amazing skin. This girl's got amazing skin actually. Got to be Brazilian with skin like that. It's almost like they magnetise the horses, eh? Everyone actually, wait, let me go back into the yard. In the yard, everyone, I say everyone, so many people are watching this absolutely splendid gatesman. Look at this, look. These people are actually lined up across the archway watching him because his pacing is so fast, but at the same time very elegant. You couldn't hear every stamp or stomp. Look, here he comes again. Stomperoo. In fact, I think the tourists are even scared to get too close after witnessing that. He also did tell that woman to get back from the bollards as well. I think of this new kind of zero tolerance approach, hammer, as it were, to a nut, the nut being the tourist dense heads, is actually the right approach. Yes, it got a little bit too much last summer, with screaming and shouting all over the place. And I do understand why some of the troopers don't like to shout. They haven't all just come up from Bulford. They haven't all had, 6 months or 12 months of rest. They haven't all been in the regiment long enough to, let me choose my words carefully, to fully appreciate the power that they have as individuals when they're on the ground I'm standing on at the moment. Does that make sense? In other words, this is their domain exclusively, and they can do effectively whatever they want within obviously the constraints of military law. Big group shot from the US. Oh, that's great. They just turned away the second that I went to add them into the video.
Everyone in the comments too.
My son does the same thing.
They're all yeah. When my daughter gets on my front
So folks, having a discussion about the horse and comments on YouTube behind me, but that we don't get stuck with that as the audio. Right, we're back. I'm going to stay at this end for a while now, not wander, until of course we see, oh, bing bong, the gatesman. Bing bong. Would have been interesting, ideally, to see what the other trooper's response would be to anyone trying to touch his horse. We know this fellow at this end's got it well under control, and to be fair, he was here yesterday. He completely had it under control then as well. And I'm guessing it's probably pretty much plain sailing once they've told one or two off. Okay, so yet again, he's coming out the front gate. Hopefully the tourist will be well out of his way before then. The speed with which she moves is extraordinary. I mean, it's a sight to behold, guys, am I right? How the hell has he mastered those boots? He's wearing those boots like most people wear trainers to go and play football. Gosh, love it.
John, this guy gonna give you a lot of content.
This guy is, I'm going to call him Gusain because he's basically a gatesman, but he's as fast as Usain Bolt. So his name is Gusain.
Usain Bolt.
No, Gusain, like gatesman. But if we put the word gatesman in front of Usain, we get Gusain.
He's very strong, man.
He's strong, he's fast, he's got a great voice. And one woman touched the bollards in there and he told her immediately just to get back. She wasn't even over the chain.
In the view now, you.
He, I think, probably had 6 months down at the armoured division. Maybe training. He's got the horse.
It's a new one, isn't it?
He's got the riding instructor thing on his patch on his arm.
Okay, so he's coming here.
So he's.
He was here yesterday, remember?
He was here yesterday. So he's definitely not new, but he's been away clearly, and he's back to deal with all these people. Good thing to see, eh? If they were all like that, that would be it. In fact,
I was there before. Now I came. He didn't do anything.
I'm going to be sad when he leaves, to be honest. I'm going to cry tomorrow morning when he's gone. Folks, can all of you write to the London District and ask if the lifeguards can stay here for the next week? Give the Blues a week's holiday. I like the way this guy's doing a 360 with his camera. So I'm trying to do a little pirouette. Not quite working, but I like the sentiment. We might get to manage one more rounds in the video. I'm certainly hoping anyway. Interesting head covering this guy's got. You can always tell the US tourists that arrive straight away because they always say hi buddy. They always call the horse buddy, which is super cute. I like that. Good term of endearment. Hi buddy. This guy's got a roll top sweater in this heat. Who's next? Hey, buddy. I had to look up a little bit towards the sunshine. They're still flooding through the tunnel actually, very healthy numbers here today. It's not too busy, but it's well populated, look. Let's wait till I'm back in front shortly and wait for some American tourists and I'll tell them about the horse that only bites American tourists. I don't know what this woman's doing, whether it's sort of breakdancing trial. I think maybe inspired by Raygun. Raygun's success as a breakdancer for Australia in the Olympics. I like the fact this dude is taking pictures of the signs over there. It's packed, guys, look at it. Oh, Rain's got stuck over the horse's ear. Here we go. Sorry guys, we've got someone super loud and annoying next to us on the video call to home. The trouble is when you call back to the third world, you get third world sound quality. So it's basically a complete nightmare. Right, let's move, otherwise that's going to really pollute the audio. Okay, that was New York. So this might well be Brazil. Actually, no, it's definitely not Brazil. Oh.
Я знаю, вот
Да.
Very tempted actually, guys, to ask the guy with the roll top, roll neck sweater how many bodies he's disposed of in his serial killer career. I'm thinking a good number actually. I like when people stand in front like that and don't realise that they're in today's video. Because I can't see which name it is from the hoof numbers I mentioned, but this is the horse that's really famous for biting French tourists. Always French tourists that get bitten. The only problem is can't all understand English. Damn it. It was worth a try. You're not French, are you?
Australian.
Damn it, if I knew that I would have said Australian. Yeah, sometimes it works, but then I forget. Sometimes the tourists can't speak English. They don't quite get the joke and panic. Never mind. First time seeing this, like on the ground. What do you think?
Fascinating.
Extraordinary, isn't it? Really?
It really is amazing.
People are being very well behaved. They put these pictogram sign. It was only 2 weeks ago that went up.
Oh, really?
So now no one's allowed to touch the horses anymore.
Oh, and they used to be able to pat them.
Oh yes, it got really out of hand, which is why they've.
They've had to do that.
Yep. First they changed the sign. It now says "Don't touch the horse." That didn't work, and now they've added the pictogram underneath as well. It looks more like "Don't touch Godzilla," though, doesn't it? To be honest. But it's working. Yeah, it's working. I now need to find another Australian victim. Do you hear any other Aussie accents around today? Or?
My husband and my sister and brother-in-law are also here.
Ah, okay. Wait, if they come to the front and I notice them, I'll say the same thing.
Let's see. Yeah. I didn't realise he was saying it for me to hear before. It's like, should I be eavesdropping or not?
No, I was two French people saying next to me, but I don't think the guy can speak English.
Right.
Because when his daughter walked over, I wanted to say it then, because I was saying he'd be like, "Hey, come back."
Yeah.
But no, I'll mention there's a £500 fine for Australians touching the King's horse. Yeah,
Right.
as Commonwealth citizens. Let's see if he believes it. Oh, good lord. Oh, anyone from China, guys? It's going to be $1 million renminbi. Oh, see, he heard it. Changed his mind at the last moment. Poplar yellows. Oops. Phone's on the floor. Oh, nothing like wearing a nice winter fleece in August. Right, changeover coming, folks, really soon. In fact, actually 4 minutes, wow. That's a pity because they'll probably be changing over the gatesman now. We're going to miss him, aren't we, guys, massively, until he makes a reappearance, which, to be honest, is going to be quite a while. Maybe he'll be back with the Reds lifeguards on Friday. Certainly hoping so, because that's something to see. Right, police are closing up. It's now beginning. Also, the Chinese ladies with yellow sun hats. So, jumper, hello, it says. Oh, horses are almost going sideways in the box. I think actually, guys, this is probably a good place for the changeover. Minutes, give or take. Super nice, the Australian lady I was talking to. Really funny, actually. It's funny, she blushed. She thought that she shouldn't be listening to my conversation, which is really cute, adorable, to be honest. It's a pity that the rest of her group didn't come out, because they would definitely have fallen with her help for my little joke. Very calm, very peaceful, very orderly now, eh? And yes, guys, that gent at the other end is allowed to touch the horse. Why? Because he works here. Unknown Beauty. This is definitely an older horse, guys. It's nowhere a new one. The hooves are aged. Let's put it that way. Aged. The horse's eyes look wise. See those young ones? They're kind of like really sprightly and plucky. What do we think, equestrians? You know I'm no horse expert, but this one's got to be, what, 10 years old maybe? Bing bong. Oh damn it, actually, why did I not go into the yard just in case they were going to change the gatesman over? Right, let's hope, keep our fingers crossed for a Z horse. Guys, I do tend to interchange Z and Z. I know that I should typically be saying Z, but sometimes I go with Z, mainly because the French people speak like this. This is why I use Z all the time. This and that. Right here. Oh, we'll see. Notice as well that other than the brief minor meltdown we had last Monday, the horses have been very relaxed in the past week. In fact, the only thing they need next is maybe a little patch of grass in the box where they stand. That way they'd be super happy and content. It's like grass? What do you mean? Oh, I can't see the replacement. Where is he? Am I actually oh no, the horse is there. Oh, Trooper. In the other box, looks very familiar. We'll have a look at that before we finish this part anyway. Wumpy Wumpy. Who is next in the box? Oh, it's yesterday's gateswoman, I believe. I'm very reluctant to say that in case I get it wrong, but I'm pretty sure it is. Horsewise? Oh, who's this beauty? I saw this one yesterday. 4 white socks and magnificent glaze. 1 second, folks. Titus. Thoroughly and utterly splendid looking horse. In fact, so pretty that I need to take a picture right now. Wow, beautiful. Is that... Go like my Titus picture, guys, I promise you that. This equine photography could be a new sidekick. I'm quite good at it. Oh, yep, I was right. See, that screen was the gatesman coming through the crowd. Damn it. See, wasn't thinking, guys. I should have been in there for that. And now they're also shouting make way in the yard. Brilliant. Even Titus is like, what the hell? Make way for the King's lifeguard. Exactly, yes. I do like that name actually. I wonder who inspired the name Titus. It wouldn't have been the only Titus that's other than obviously, you know, the Titus. Titus Welliver. I'm just thinking of a recent contemporary. Oh, look, he's looking. Ears are twitching. A famous actor Titus Welliver, who was in Bosch, that super police procedural drama. I very much doubt they would have named the horse after an actor. Otherwise, we'd have, you know, Sean Connery, Anthony Hopkins, Gregory Peck, Charlton Heston, Sir John Gielgud, etc., etc. I'm still not sure what's taking so long with the changeover. Damn shame though that gatesman's finished, folks. That's all I can say. Right, here comes the flood. Titus is such a beauty. I don't want to move from this spot. To be honest with you, I think I'll stay here. We'll zoom into the yard really quick now. Okay. It's like water down a plug hole, the way they get sucked in through that front gate. Like that. Oh. Okay, this bro's taken a couple of hours out of running the Sinaloa cartel to come and have a picture with the king's horse. He's like, this pinche puto horse. I got 50 like this in Sinaloa. Say cheese. Say baby Bill. God, if I knew it was this busy and fun here on Tuesdays, guys, I would have been here before. I just think there's still to be ongoing in the yard. Right, let's have a look. I have absolutely no idea what everyone is here for. It's finished, I'm sure it is. But then why are there so many people? What the flip? Okay, so there is a new gatesman. We won't trouble him. Massive number of tourists. Good lord, it's almost like there must be a special event of something going on, because this is busier than Saturdays. Extraordinary. And a lot of police here today as well. Like far more than on a typical day. Why is it so busy? Any special events? No, but I mean, this is just like, what the hell?
Yeah, this.
I normally skip Tuesdays because it's quiet, but like this is busier than
Because
Saturday.
it's summer holiday, it's even throughout the week. I think even more so during the weekend now, at the moment.
Scary numbers, eh? I did wonder why there's so many more of you than usual today.
Oh no, they're just passing by.
Ah, wow,
They're just
extraordinary.
here to support us. But part of the reason is because of the crowd. Yeah. So yeah.
I can't wait for the winter, personally. 1 second, folks. Welcome back, folks. Okay, sorry, just having a word with the police. They've certainly noticed the increase in numbers during the week. Most importantly of all, most interesting, they've also noticed how many more faces there are that are filming. And it's not even, for example, a lot of the people that you'll typically see on each other's videos, like the usual, I don't know, maybe 20 people or whatever, but there's probably maybe another 20, give or take, that are just here for an odd 30 minutes or an odd hour here and there. Some of them can't speak a word of English. Several people I watch streaming on Chinese platforms and sort of putting shopping links and stuff in their content. It's an extraordinary thing, and it's somewhat problematic in the sense that eventually, if the exponential increase continues, we're going to hit, let me think, I mean 50 probably people filming on or off by the end of this year. That could equal 100 people, and eventually there are going to be as many people filming as there are tourists here on a normal day watching the horse. Now the good news is, ladies and gents, or ladies in particular, a very popular trooper. 1 second, let's get out of the way of Sinaloa man. Wait. A very popular trooper with probably, I would suggest, the most famous smile in HCAV is back. Here he is, look.
Él está pendiente, está jalando.
So high tech.
Problem is, as you can see, we've got like, I don't know, 6 or 7 or 8 people filming along the front. That trooper was one of the finalists for the Elizabeth Cup. A lot of you will remember him. Great smile, blue eyes, really, really pleasant fellow. He's very firm when he needs to be, but I do think we might see some exceptions being made if, for example, kids or indeed adults with special needs that similar come along. He might well give them dispensation to touch the horse. Don't quote me on that, but just from what I know of him. Plus, you've seen him in some very famous videos being nice to some certain special visitors. God, it's a proper squish, guys, at the moment. Absolutely squisharoo. Actually, really glad that it's this trooper that we'll be finishing up with in today's video. I can tell you straight off, if anyone does touch his horse, he will not be having any of it. new gatesman's out. A lot quieter than the old one. Or maybe not. Wow. Good to see the smiles, look. I'm starting to wonder actually whether lifeguards have been offered a performance bonus. The louder they shout and the more tourists they scare, the more they get. What a sea change, eh, from the weekend. It's extraordinary to be watching this. Brilliant. Tell them again to make way, look. Outstanding.
Sí, I was quite tiny. Charlie. No, see ya. Just no, this way. Right there. No. Right there. Right there. Right there.
White cap in front, folks.
Very good. Do you want this? Very careful.
¿Y para qué están los caballos ahí si se entra por el medio? Papá, bueno,
I've had them see some horse guards people. Joyous.
papá, bueno, no hay que tener la cuerda porque si no se me hubiera caído al suelo.
Sí, se te menos más.
Ya, hijo.
Mira que están haciendo ya algo.
Carga ahí en medio, sí, lo vemos por ahí.
The thing that I find quite surprising myself, folks, as a parent, is how many people struggle to parent. I really do find that something that is a bit hard to understand sometimes. Oh, Friar Tuck. I've seen a basin haircut like that since since I was reviewing some Tudor paintings in the National Gallery. Number of people that are walking in front of the camera, guys. I'm going to move forward a teeny bit. Wow! Super close to the end anyway, which is quite regretful, in fact, as it's this trooper in particular who is on the horse. I'm not entirely convinced anyone would dream of touching the horse with him up there, to be honest. Majestic. Special guest, look. I have no idea if the no touching rule applies to the pigeon though, guys. That's the problem. Check it out. Oh. Is this crap she's promoting here with the guard?
Yeah, I'm gonna stand.
He did not look amused, actually. Probably her crappy lifestyle brand.
You're so brave.
Should we go to the other one?
Yeah, let's have a stroll in. We might as well. We're here.
I should have said this is the horse that likes to listen to Glenn Campbell, but damn it, I wasn't fast enough, guys, was I? My thought process is not that quick. That's really lovely to see the officer helping them to move in and get a great picture. That's very kind of him. We've seen this officer before, in fact, getting between the horse and the tourist when they were in danger. He's a top man. Lovely thing to see, eh? There we go. That's how it should be. Brilliant. Made the whole family's day, to be honest. Good to see. Humanity and a kind heart will always prevail here. There'll always be exceptions made, folks. I know some of you are worried that maybe people wouldn't be able to get close, or the new rules would, be detrimental to certain special guests, but nah. They'll always make exceptions, so why? Because they're good people, troopers and the police. And on that note, folks, I'm going to finish up. Why? Because I really do not want that beautiful ending to be spoilt by anyone touching, getting shouted at, or misbehaving. So before there's any chance for that to happen, including little Miss Emerald here, I'm out of here, folks. It was a pleasure. I'm very glad, actually, that I came out today, and now you all know why. So there's little golden moments. Anyway, guys, I'll be back soon. Tomorrow we've got the Blues back. Be very interested to see the approach that they're taking. Hopefully, as on it as they were last time they were here at the weekend. Bye for now, people. Back soon.